you can hear our guests are having a wonderful time at the aquarium. How about you? Are you enjoying your swim with the stingrays?
Oh yeah, oh, look at these beautiful animals. It's a balmy 23 degrees in here. It's absolutely gorgeous.
All right, so 23 degrees here. This is one of our warmer tanks, so it's still summer over here, and I'm sure Noah is enjoying his swim with the stingrays. So Noah, we see a bucket in your hand. What about that?
Yeah.
So this bucket.
Oh, what a beautiful seafood salad we have. We have mackerel on top with some vitamins sneakily stuck inside like a dog. Some clam chunks, some squid, and to finish it all off, some shrimp. They go absolutely crazy for shrimp, so it's gonna be a real best.
All right, so Noah is here to feed the stingrays. We have 4 different kinds of stingrays in this tank, as you can see. So Noah is here to feed the southern stingrays. Am I right, Noah?
Yeah, so I'm going to be feeding all of these southern stingrays.
Southern
beautiful
stingrays?
pancake ladies.
All right, the big ones, the pancake kind of colored ladies. Other than those, we have cow nose rays. These little guys over here, they are called cow nose rays because their rostrum looks like a cow's nose. So they are cow nose rays. They are not getting their food right now. Other than these 2, we have spotted eagle rays. You can see them right now. They are really pretty ones with polka dots on. They are being fed at the upper level. So you can't see them right now, but maybe you can see them later. So other than these 3, we have a 4th kind of stingray in this tank. And Noah, I'll need your help to point out the 4th kind of stingray for us.
Yeah. All right, we have one of them right here, actually. Right?
Oh,
You said roughtail already?
Roughtail, right?
Yeah, all right, so we have 2 roughtails. One of them has a nice short stubby tail, and he'll be swimming laps around me. And the other one, he's kind of the grandpa of the tank. He's back in his man cave behind the rocks. You might see him kind of midway through tunnel.
Right behind the rocks. Okay, guys. So we have 2 rough-tail rays in this tank. They look like southern stingrays, but they have rough spots on their skin and tail. So both of these guys, they are very special. They are record holders. So one of them right here is the heaviest stingray in this tank. And let me ask you, how much you think this weighs? 50?
Pretty good?
260, wow, I guess you know that. So 260, that's pretty close. So 260 pounds, that's the heaviest stingray in this tank. For stingrays, it's pretty heavy because they have cartilage, which doesn't weigh a lot. So it's a really heavy weight for these guys. And Noah, what's the record for the other stingray? You mentioned it earlier, right?
The oldest?
The older one.
Yeah, so this is pretty cool. Our oldest stingray, pretty old stingray years, but as you can see, not so old in human years. He is around 28, late 20s. It's hard to tell unless you know exactly when the stingray was born. But he's in his late 20s, which for a stingray is really, really old. So he's
late 20s, okay. So
pushing retirement life right now.
That's right. So in stingray's world, it's a pretty old age, in late 20s, because they usually live around 25 years. So that guy's a grandpa. You can see him right now. So stingrays, Noah is here to feed them, and you brought some food. Stingrays are bottom-feeding animals. They have flat jaws with flat plate-like teeth, as you can see. So they like to crush shells. They like to eat soft things. Noah brought their favorite foods today. Other than some chopped fish, he also brought some squids and shrimps, which is their most favorite food. So Noah, I have a question. So these guys, their mouth is underneath or on the ventral side of their body, while their eyes are on the top or dorsal side of their body. I wonder how they find their food.
Yeah, it's super cool actually. So they use something called electroreception all off the bottom. You might see them when they're up along the wall. They're these little nodes, and that's part of their system. They're called ampules of Lorenzini. And they can sense the electrical current of animals in the water. So anything that gives off electrical current, like my heart or when I move my muscles, they can sense that. And then they'll kind of go and hunt and dig away the sand and expose their prey.
All right, so that's pretty cool, guys. As you heard, stingrays have little pores around their mouth or on the ventral side of their body. They are called ampullae of Lorenzini. So through these pores, they can detect the electrical impulses emitting from the heartbeat and nervous system of the living organisms. That's how they detect their food. But they also have a strong sense of smell, so they don't really need their eyes. So, which is pretty cool. So Noah, before we started, one of our guests was very worried about you. You know why?
Sorry?
One of our guests was worried. He was asking that how come a diver goes in the tank with that many stingrays and is not stung by them? What's the secret?
Yeah, so we're in here like 3 times a day with these beautiful animals. I'm not worried at all. Stingrays are not aggressive towards humans. A lot of the times humans are stuck because we accidentally step on them. All of the rays in this tank are stingrays, which means they do have venomous barbs, but they really only use them if it's life or death. Like if a shark or kind of a whale's going to come and attack them, then they'll point their barbs out. Here at Ripley's, we're not part of their menu. We're not on their menu, and we take an extra precaution is we actually trim their barbs back, keep it nice and short. It's not a surgery. We don't pull it out. It doesn't hurt them, but just because we kind of get swarmed by stingrays, everyone is nice and safe.
All right, guys. So there are about 600 different kinds of rays in the ocean, maybe more than that. And out of those 600, about 60% of them have stingers on their tail. For that reason, they are called stingrays. But even in the wild, they don't like to use their stingers because once they use their stinger, it breaks off, and it takes about 4 to 6 months to grow that stinger back. So during that time, they are defenseless. So they only use their stingers when there is a life and death situation. Otherwise, they don't like to use their stingers. But here at Ripley's Aquarium of Canada, as you heard Noah saying, that we trim their barbs to make them safe for everyone. It's just like clipping our nails. It doesn't harm them. It grows back. We trim it back again. But they are safe for everyone. So when you go at the upper level, you'll be able to touch them. Just make sure to touch them gently at their backs, away from eyes and tails, as these are their sensitive areas. Otherwise, they are perfectly safe to touch. We actually have a program that's called Stingray Experience. You can sit in the tank and feed the stingrays, which is pretty popular, but you have to book it in advance. So, other than stingrays, we have lots of yellowtail snappers, we have some look-downs, and one of my favorite fish here, I don't see it right now, it's called the black grouper. I'll show you when it comes at the front. The interesting fact about those animals, when they are born, they are all females. As they grow older, some of them turn into males. The one we have here is a male. It's probably at the back. So, other than these fish, do you recognize any other prominent fish in this tank? Let me ask my friends here. Do you recognize any other prominent fish? Hammerhead shark, right. So pretty close. We actually have 5 bonnethead sharks. They are the smallest members of the hammerhead family. They don't grow too big. That's the maximum size they can get. And like most of the shark species, they are ram ventilators. That means they have to constantly swim to breathe. So we request you when you go at the upper level, please do not touch these sharks. They are not dangerous. They don't bite. But they have to constantly swim to breathe. If you touch them or come in their way, it may affect their breathing. So before that, let me ask you guys, how many of you are afraid of sharks? Raise your hands, please. See a lot of hands. Do you think sharks eat people? Yes? All right, we'll talk about that. And how many of you are afraid of dogs? Very few hands. All right. I'll tell you why I asked that. So, Noah, are you afraid of sharks?
No. I mean, I was just, right before this, I was diving in Dangerous Lagoon with the big Hollywood sharks. They've been on the planet for around 400 million years. They know what their food is. We are just big, weird, stinky apes. And maybe some will come up and kind of see where we are, but they do not care about us. So it's best if we just leave each other alone.
That's right. So guys, sharks are most misunderstood creatures in the world. Most people think they are monsters, they are killers, they eat people, but the sad reality is there are more than 500 different species of sharks, and out of those 500, close to 520, about 4 bite people. They bite people when they feel threatened or they mistake us with their food. Even if they bite us, they spit us out, we are not their food. All those horror movies you see on the TV, they are just not true. So every year, 6 to 10 people are seriously harmed or sometimes killed by shark attacks because when they feel threatened or they mistake us with their food, they bite us. When if they bite us, they spit us out. All those mortalities that happen is because after a shark bite, it results in a lot of loss of blood, and that's the actual cause of mortality. Otherwise, they don't want to eat us. So every year, 6 to 10 people are seriously harmed or killed by shark attacks. On the other hand, every year, 25,000 people are bitten by dogs, sometimes killed. Nobody makes movies about them. Nobody calls them monsters or killers. And these guys have a bad name. Now, my question to you guys is, do you know how many sharks are killed every year by us? Yeah. 25,000, any other number? Yeah. 300, any other? Okay, let me ask Noah. So Noah, every year 6 to 10 people are seriously harmed or killed by shark attacks. How many sharks are killed every year by people? I'll say by people's attack.
Yeah, so this number is way too high. And it's because of either direct fishing or indirect fishing, unsustainable fishing methods. The number is 150 to 200 million sharks a year being killed by humans. We have this incredible effect on the world around us.
150 to 200 million sharks are being killed every year by humans. So who is more dangerous, people or sharks? People are more dangerous, right? So we are killing 150 to 200 million sharks every year, and this number is growing. So sharks are very important in the ocean ecosystem because being the top predators, they are maintaining the ocean ecosystem. If we keep killing sharks in that many number, in the next 20 years we may kill all of them and will seriously harm the ocean ecosystem. We have already killed about 90% of the shark population, which is pretty sad and pretty scary. So Noah, what are the main reasons that these sharks are being killed at that high number every year? It's food or fear or anything else?
Yeah, so there's direct fishing for their fins. For shark fin soup, it's really an unsustainable way of catching sharks. In Canada, we're exposed to sharks are dying to unsustainable fishing methods, mostly as bycatch. So if you see cheap seafood or cheap canned tuna, chances are it was caught unsustainably through ways such as ocean trawling. Like say if I wanted to catch this yellowtail snapper, I would take a net the size of this tank, drop it in the ocean, and pull it out of my boat. Yeah, I'd catch snapper, but I'd also catch ray and sharks and turtles. And by the time that the fishing people collect all these animals, a lot of them have died. So it's a really unsustainable way of fishing, and that's what's kind of killing off a lot of the large predators in the ocean.
All right, guys, so as you heard, there are two main reasons for that high number of shark killings. Number one is something called shark finning. That means people catch sharks, they cut their fin to make a particular kind of soup that's called shark fin soup. These fins, they are also used in other products as well. So they cut their fins and send these animals back into the ocean while they are still alive. So these guys have to constantly swim to breathe. When they can't swim, they can't breathe, they suffocate and die. And it results in about 75 million sharks being killed every year, which is pretty sad. The second biggest cause is something called bottom trawling, which is a form of unsustainable fishing, and Noah mentioned that. So there are two main things we can do to help these animals. Do you think we should help these animals? Yes or no? Yes, right? So although we are living here in Toronto, but we can do two main things. Number 1, say no to shark fin soup or any product that contains shark fin. And number 2, say yes to sustainably caught seafood. That means if you like to eat seafood, make sure it's sustainably caught. It's caught in a way that's good for everyone forever. So I have some brochures in my hand. They are called A Guide to Sustainable Seafood. They were developed by our partner Oceanwise. You can have these brochures from me or from our touch tanks. So they tell you what's a sustainably caught seafood, why it's important to have that, which brands and stores are serving the sustainably caught seafood. You can have these brochures from me, and I'm sure you like to help these animals. With that being said, thank you very much for joining us today. We'll appreciate if you could spread the word, tell your families and friends. Enjoy the rest of your day at the aquarium, and you, Noah, enjoy your swim with the stingrays, and thank you for answering our questions. A big hand for Noah, and you guys enjoy the rest of your day at the aquarium. If you have any questions, you may ask me or to my dive supervisor. Have fun, guys.
Thanks, Samara. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Funny,